Okay guys, how is everyone doing? Another story from the camper vampers. It's raining outside, so I can't go out sky watching. I decided if I can't go out sky watching, I'm going to read out some of your guys' stories. You sent to me loads of stories about UFO sightings, sent to the comments, sent to email, messages in Facebook and Instagram. So that is what I've been doing while we've had these rainy nights. Weekend again. Doesn't time go quick? This year's going quick, nearly Christmas. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So this story is from a guy called Neil. Neil has already sent me a story which I shared on the channel of a UFO sighting he had as more of an adult. I will tell that story again to the camera. I think that's a better way of doing it. So we'll check out Neil's story. Very interesting. I'll put the reading glasses on for this, guys. None of us are getting any younger, so there we go. So thank you, Neil, for sending in this story. Very interesting. And basically Neil says he remembers in June 1987 he moved down to Cornwall with his friend to help his friend with a move down there. He said his friend had an air rifle with a telescopic sight. One sunny afternoon they went out with the rifle on the fields to the back of the farm. It was situated quite high up above sea level. We were standing around some ancient stones to the back of the field. We would often go out shooting tin cans. Loved doing stuff like that back in the 80s. Kids don't seem to do stuff like that anymore, but anyway, they were there shooting tin cans, and the sight on the rifle needed adjusting all the time. So as he was adjusting the sight, he noticed an object passing in front. Stepped away from the rifle and looked, and he could see a silvery grey disc type object just moving slowly over the valley. They were quite high up, so he asked his friend if he could see that. His friend, yes, I can. What is that? That is very interesting. He said it was about 500 to 600 feet above the ground, and they were both amazed with what they were seeing. And then 2 jet planes went screaming down the valley after this object had disappeared around 2 to 5 minutes later. So obviously they were wondering if these jets were in pursuit of this object. I don't know whether they were wondering at the time. They were only kids, but as he got older they did wonder. He said he hasn't seen his friend for some time. He has stayed back at his house quite a few years ago, and they have spoke about what they saw as children, and they do both remember that. And then he goes on to say he was in contact with his friend. They're both adults now, and his friend is a farmer, quite a hardened farmer. Nothing scares him, but apparently his friend one night were out fishing, and Neil says he actually saw a tall glowing figure. So as they were out fishing, it scared him that much he left all his fishing gear, hundreds of pounds worth of fishing gear, and fled the area. That's how much it frightened him. He said his friend is a hardened farmer, and not much frightens him. Well, this did that night. And he just ends the story by saying he thinks there was a lot going on down in Cornwall, especially down in the 80s. A lot of people had sightings in that area, which I do know. I've had quite a few stories from down in that part of the world, Cornwall, Devon, of things people have seen. Interestingly, definitely back in the 1980s. So there we go. Neil, thank you very much for telling that story. Can't really tell a story word for word, because sometimes when you type in, things get mixed up a bit, and it sometimes doesn't make too much sense if you're trying to do it word for word. You've got to try and make sense out of what's being typed, because when you're telling a long story, that's easy done. So it is interesting. And guys, if you've got any UFO sightings, let me know in the comments. I will share your stories on the channel. So like I said, weekend again, the rain is coming down, and I think it's supposed to rain all weekend, so it's not great at the moment. Winter skies are always the best for sky watching, but I had a few clear skies recently. Managed to get a bit of footage, but nothing really unusual on them cameras. So you lot enjoy your weekend, guys. Thanks for watching. Much love to you. God bless you all. Keep your eyes to them skies. If you've got any equipment, like I always say, try and keep it on you. You just never know when you might need it and when you might see something and get that smoking gun footage, which I'm always going out trying to get Also, it's moving around in the skies, but nothing concrete yet. But we'll get that. All right, guys. Right. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy it. Really do, because that's what life's about. Make the most of it if you've got that free time. All right, guys. Take care. Speak soon.